in the kitchen, and here with one of his family favorite traditions for Christmas Eve is Andy. Hey, Andy!
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Okay, Christmas Eve.
Yes.
You got two little ones at home.
This is one of my favorite traditions that exists. So on Christmas Eve, my wife demands these. It's not a question.
Okay.
It's a loving demand.
Yes.
So myself and my two daughters set up and make these every single Christmas Eve. It is probably my favorite recipe.
Okay, you're really selling this
I
one.
love
I'm very
it.
excited.
I love it so much. I have a cinnamon bun tattoo, and that's a true statement.
Are you serious?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay,
Right
I was gonna say, I was like,
there.
where is it? I was like, we got it. Okay, I love this. So we're doing like a little bit of a version of a cinnamon bun?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
This is like an East Coast style using tea biscuit dough.
See, I love this. That's the thing. Night before Christmas, no one's asking you to make yeasted dough.
You don't need to go through that whole thing. I like this version better anyway.
I love that. Okay, cool. So what do we
let's
get
do
started
it.
with?
Okay, we're gonna start off with the dough itself. So super basic. It's gonna be just plain flour. We'll add in some baking powder.
Okay.
A little bit of baking soda.
Nice for that lift.
And a little bit of salt.
Oh, nice.
So that's really all we're gonna do there. We're gonna give that a little whiskey.
Do you know what I like about this? It's not a sweet dough. The sweetness comes from the inside.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now you could add a little bit of sugar in here. You can add some cinnamon, nutmeg into this if you want to, if you're feeling crazy.
Okay.
But we'll just keep it basic here.
Okay, perfect. Love it.
Okay, so next step is absolutely key, and I'm gonna let you're more of a science mind than I. I don't know
like
why
the
it needs
science.
to be this.
Yes.
But the key here is to get ice cold, freezing, shredded butter.
Okay.
Why do we need ice cold butter, Mary?
Honestly, because the temperature difference, I'm gonna get very sciencey. The temperature difference between that freezing butter and the hot oven gives you a better evaporation. So basically when that butter evaporates or melts, a little bit of water evaporates, so it gives you those little layers in that kind of flaky tea biscuity dough. So it just increases your flakiness.
Did I just tee you up there?
You really did.
I really did.
Tea biscuited me up, and we're good to go.
I love that. Okay, so we're just gonna move around that cold butter.
Okay.
We're gonna make a little well here.
That looks perfect.
Isn't that beautiful?
I know, that came together so fast.
Nice and crumbly,
Yeah.
it's so much easier. And then I'm just gonna add in some buttermilk.
Okay.
So we're just gonna add that in.
I love the fact that we're doing buttermilk in this too, because it helps kind of give the baking powder and baking soda a little extra boost because the acidity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna give that a mix.
Okay.
Now that'll turn into a shaggy dough.
Yeah.
So we could keep going here, but through the magic of TV, which I love, we already have that done.
Yes.
So you could keep mixing that, it'll turn into a shaggy dough, put it out onto a floured surface, roll it out, and now this is the absolute key step. This is exactly what I do to make my tea biscuits as well.
Okay.
Roll it out into a rectangle, and then we're gonna fold it like an envelope.
Oh, okay.
So take it from this end, halfway through.
Yeah.
From this end, back to the top. And then we turn.
And then we do a bit of a roll.
You wanna give that a little bit of a roll?
Let's do this thing. Oh, so we're building those layers.
Exactly.
I see what's going on here.
So the butter's gonna expand. We have the layers here. You get a nice tea biscuit. You pull that apart. It's beautiful. I generally repeat this 2 or 3 times.
Okay, perfect.
And then flip, boom.
Keep going.
We could keep going that. You get the gist.
Yeah.
Fold like an envelope, and then you could cut those up to tea biscuits or roll it out nice and flat. And this is the funnest part.
This is where we make it into a little cinnamon bun action.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what I'll get you to do is brush on the melted butter all over this. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna take some brown sugar. Cinnamon, don't go shy on the cinnamon.
That's a good amount of cinnamon.
Here.
Do you know what I love about this dough? I'm not sure if you can tell at home, but you can see the little hunks of the frozen butter right in here, which is gonna give you those little flakes.
Absolutely.
And then obviously melted butter, always good.
This is the job I'm giving my kids at this point. It's gonna make some mess, but it's worth it.
I like it, I like it.
All for the memories. So I'm just gonna make this mixture up here. Look at that, make sure you get right to the edges. Every little nook and cranny there.
Beautiful.
And then this is so fun, it's so easy. And again, this part we do the night before, so we'll have all of it totally made.
Beautiful.
And then the next morning we bake live.
Yeah.
So now we just
look
layer that
at
on.
that.
Don't be shy here at all.
Now, if you wanted to put some pecans or some cranberries or anything like that.
No wrong answers.
Okay, right on.
No wrong answers. We'll keep it simple here.
This smells
Isn't that lovely?
so good.
It just makes me so festive.
I know. I was going to say, this is where you really get those like Christmas vibes for sure.
Exactly. So we'll bring that right to the edge. Okay, this is a super fun part now, Mary. So what we'll do, my hands are already messy here. You know what? Let's go half and half.
Okay, perfect.
And just roll it nice and tight in the middle.
All right.
Because we want that center bite. I mean, that's the best bite. That's what you're,
the little nugget right in the middle.
That's what you're working for here.
100%.
And then we'll just roll that right up.
So you're doing this with your girls on Christmas Eve.
Absolutely. They're sitting on the countertop.
Yes.
There's hair and everything.
I was gonna say, classic kids. They're eating the sugar.
Yeah.
Half of it's not going in.
Absolutely. I'm trying to make it look perfect, but it's all good.
Beautiful.
It's all good. Okay.
Oh my gosh, stunning.
So now this is the most exciting part of everything. You could use a knife here, of course. But
classic East Coast
we gotta
fishing
grab a piece of fishing twine. Grab your fishing tackle box.
Okay.
So this is really cool. You can use dental floss, really anything.
Yeah.
We're gonna slide that underneath.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna do a crisscross apple sauce.
Did you see that?
Isn't that fun?
That was awesome.
I'll be a little bit more gentle on this one, but
Yeah.
you can just, it makes it so that you don't squish everything.
That's key, because it's almost equal pressure
How
all the
fun
way
is
around.
that?
Oh my gosh, Andy, hey.
And then you just go through
Yeah.
and we'll bake those in the oven.
Okay.
We'll pop those in. We'll set the timer for 425.
Okay.
So it goes in there for about 20-ish minutes.
Nice.
And I believe, Mary, we have some that are already baked off.
The magic of Christmas
The
and TV.
smell in this
Yes.
place is unbelievable.
Like, look at those
those.
little numbers. Oh my gosh, Andy Harris.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
now
my
what?
goodness, I totally forgot.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to, you
Yes.
can add a nice little glaze. We don't have to get anything fancy here, but
Yeah.
get some powdered sugar. Add in a little bit of melted butter.
Beautiful.
And then a little bit of cream, some vanilla, a little salt if you want
Oh,
to.
you can even put some more cinnamon in
Oh
here.
yeah, there's no wrong answers
Maybe a
here.
little fork or a
and then
spoon.
I got, let's go a little fork here.
Perfect.
And then always, again, when you're using powdered sugar, you need way less liquid than you think you do.
It's true. You think this is not going to turn into a glaze, but I will say mixing powdered sugar is my favorite thing because the air, nothing tastes better than the air around mixing powdered sugar.
It's so true. Okay.
If you've ever used powdered sugar, you just do this
Yeah.
and you taste it. It's a delight.
Right into the lungs. All right.
Yeah,
I
right
might
into the lungs.
All right, you can you can
Yeah.
add a little bit more cream, but we're not going to do that. We'll keep
No.
it nice and creamy here. You could add not cottage cheese. Oh my
Cream
goodness.
cheese?
Cream cheese
Oh,
if you wanted
nice.
to.
Little
And then-
mascarpone, fancy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you could make this a little looser, or we can just take that out
And smush it.
and just smush it on.
Andy, hey.
And the best part with what we do is we will get them totally prepared.
Yeah.
I'll have them on the tray in the fridge.
Yeah.
We get up in the morning into the oven.
Whack 'em in.
Freshly made cinnamon buns on Christmas morning.
Get out
So
of here.
good.
Andy, hey, you are doing Christmas Eve right. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Oh my
Mary
gosh, have
Berg.
the best time. Thanks
You
for being here.
too.
I'm gonna
You
eat
too.
a little cinnamon bun. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.